Success, that elusive concept that seems to taunt you at every turn. You've chased it, yearned for it, did everything the gurus and self-help books told you, yet it continues to evade your grasp. While those around you seem to achieve milestone after milestone, you're stuck, spinning your wheels in a perpetual rut of disappointment and self-doubt. Well, here's a truth bomb that's gonna sting. The reason you can't get ahead is because you are shackled by toxic habits that are actively sabotaging your progress. I'm talking deep-rooted patterns, ingrained into your psyche over years, even decades of self-destructive thinking and behavior. You can make all the vision boards you want and attend all the motivational seminars, but until you get brutally honest with yourself about the poisonous mindsets holding you hostage, you're going nowhere fast. Today, I'm ripping off the Band-Aid to expose the 7 deadly habits that make you unsuccessful. The first habit is procrastination. You are a professional excuse maker and master of self-delusion, always waiting for the perfect time when the stars align just right before you take action. But let me let you in on a harsh reality. That mythical perfect moment you crave doesn't exist. It's a mirage used to justify staying stuck in your comfy cocoon a little longer. Meanwhile, the window of opportunity closes tighter and your dreams slip further away. While you're dragging your feet, your competition is seizing the moment and blowing past you. Successful people don't make excuses or hesitate. They make it happen now with the resources available. Stop kicking the can and stalling, because you're only sacrificing your future in the process. The second habit is fear of failure. You're so consumed by doubts and what-ifs that you've convinced yourself it's safer to not even try. So you don't put yourself out there, don't take risks, don't step out of your comfort zone. You let golden chances pass you by every single day because you're paralyzed by the thought of messing up. But here's the truth you need to swallow. Not taking risks is the biggest risk of all when it comes to achieving success. Failure is inevitable. It's what you do with those setbacks that defines you. Successful people see failures as opportunities to learn, grow, pivot, and ultimately come back stronger than before. Wildly successful people like Oprah, Steve Jobs, even Michael Jordan, they all stumbled and fell farther than you probably ever will. But instead of wallowing in their failures, they grew from them. They used them as fuel to work even harder towards their dreams. If you want to be successful, you have to reframe how you think about failure and extract the lessons within each misstep. Third habit is lack of persistence. You start out strong with the motivational fire burning bright. You dive in headfirst, prepared to blaze your own trail and make things happen. But then the first roadblock hits, and it doesn't take much, does it? A minor inconvenience, a small setback, and you're ready to throw in the towel and retreat. After all, at the first sign of adversity, your shaky confidence gets obliterated, and that negative self-talk starts booming in your mind again. See, I knew I couldn't do it. This is too hard. It's not meant for me. Let me be crystal clear. The road to success is paved with obstacles. It's how you respond that separates the winners from the failures. Successful people expect adversity and see it as an opportunity to flex their grit, push a little harder, get a little creative in finding a solution. They don't get derailed so easily because their why for succeeding overpowers the temporary discomfort. Fourth habit is negative self-talk. You are your own worst enemy. You know that. Constantly filling your mind with venomous thoughts about how you're not good enough, not smart enough, not skilled enough to make it happen. Drinking your own poison every single day by replaying past failures and focusing on deficiencies instead of looking for growth opportunities. It's a vicious cycle of diminishing self-belief, and if left unchecked, it'll strangle any chance you had of achieving something meaningful. Because, at the end of the day, you can't outperform your own self-limiting beliefs. If you keep telling yourself, you'll never make it, then you'll prove yourself right every time. Successful people don't engage in that toxic self-sabotage. They speak life into their goals and abilities. They look for the light in the darkness, the lesson in the failure. And, most importantly, they believe wholeheartedly in their worthiness to thrive, not because they were born special, but because they refuse to be a victim of negative self-talk. Fifth habit is blaming others. You absolute master of deflection, it's never your fault when things go wrong, is it? There's always some outside force or person to blame for stalling your rise to greatness. The economy, the system, your upbringing, your boss, your parents, your lack of connections or resources or luck. Wake up. Continuing to see yourself as the victim in your own story is crippling you from reaching that next level. Successful people understand that they alone are responsible for the direction of their lives, not their circumstances. They don't make excuses or pass the buck. They own their mistakes, recalibrate, and get back on track. Playing the blame game is easy, but it keeps you stuck in a cycle of disempowerment. You have to take radical responsibility for your life if you want to elevate. The sixth habit is short-term mindset. You want it all, and you want it now. You crave instant success, instant gratification. You look for shortcuts, easy hacks, and get-rich-quick schemes instead of putting in the arduous work that true achievement requires. But let me break this down for you. Sustainable success is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes consistent effort, dedication, and perseverance over the long haul. Successful people understand that major rewards don't happen overnight. They have the patience and the vision to steadily lay the groundwork, making small, incremental progress towards their larger goals. They delay gratification and make short-term sacrifices because they have their sights set on the long game. In today's world of instant everything, that long-burning ambition is rare. But those who can resist their need for immediate payoff are the ones who turn their dreams into lasting realities. Seventh habit is toxic associations. You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with most. And let's be honest, your circle is contaminated by mediocre people who reinforce your limiting beliefs and destructive habits. They validate your excuses, agree with your negative self-talk, and keep you cozy in the status quo. Meanwhile, successful people make it a point to intentionally curate their inner circle. They seek out others who will challenge their thinking, expand their mindset, and ultimately raise their standards for what's possible. Being around like-minded strivers ignites their internal fire and fuels their hunger for the next level. Your circle is simply a reflection of your own self-concept. If you surround yourself with small-minded underachievers who settle for less than they deserve, then you'll continue to accept that as your own existence as well. Do you want to thrive or survive? The company you keep plays a pivotal role in determining your answer. Well, there you have it. Those are the 7 deadly habits distancing you from sustainable success. A potent cocktail of disempowering patterns that have chained you to a life of mediocrity and settling for crumbs when you deserve the whole damn feast. But here's the harsh reality. You knew the truth all along, didn't you? On some level, you were aware that it was your very habits holding you hostage from the life you desperately yearn for. All I've done is aggressively shine a light on it, so you can no longer ignore the damage you're inflicting on yourself. The question now becomes, what are you going to do about it? You can keep doing mental gymnastics to justify the self-sabotage. You can keep making excuses, playing the victim, and resigning yourself to a life of regret and what-ifs. Or you can have the courage to get radically real with yourself. This next video will inspire you on your current journey.